On the last episode, there were no flashbacks, so we had a dream sequence instead to explain the absence of Zomenius Solari IV. Zomenius has suffered migraines and lucid dreams since breathing his grandfather's ashes. While taking a nap in the cadets' quarters, another strange dream stole into his subconscious. Back amongst the silk cushions of the palatial parlor, Zom's party friend Starlet offers him a bone box with her blue six-fingered hands. His guests morph into animals. While watching safely from a mouse hole, Zom sees the crate is full of 8-legged mangoes. While the animals carry it through the palace and into danger, Zom follows, only to be challenged by guards who he sends for a break. Waking in a cold sweat on the stairs of the academy, while all hell breaks loose down below, Zomenius realizes he has gotten past the guards in real life and heads towards his company, who have opened a real crate with real 8-legged monsters in the chambers of Mert, head of Inc. Academy. After opening the crate and unleashing the horde of 8-legged alien arachnids, Estria made amends by destroying Mert's octopi aquarium. Good thing Mert had fallen back fast asleep. Axel, Carrie, and Ace, Claw, froze, and stabbed the Myogi hatchling swarm. Mert ignored them and went to bite Mert's naked ass. Zom appeared. I can't take a nap without you all getting into some sort of trouble. Bless you all. Hey, pretty cat, why don't you destroy the evidence? Use this crate to bash the alien. I have a big sword. Battle raged while Mert struggled to put on some pants. Zomenius tapped into the hidden talents of his new body and patched Dr. Carrie up from her gem-inflicted wounds. Wait a second. Soon the swarm was squished and Mert was wearing pants, but he wasn't himself. Let me patch you up. He's being drugged. Bring me mother's medicine. I'm gonna puke. Take a crate. What was the last thing you remember? Drinking with Dignitary 1, and I think he let me scan the room for magic. Is that Earl's bottle? Same seal. Scottish ooze. Different bottle. It has enchanted worms. The academy has been attacked. Oh, you've been attacked too. I can hear you. So rude. Okay, basically I don't know who I can trust. You lot are so new, I trust you. Keep this quiet, otherwise you'll be disintegrated. Now go to bed. The next morning, Carrie summoned a new familiar. Go and get breakfast before the flight simulation. Dr. Carrie, you reproduced. No, wait. It's not supposed to be like this. You save us a seat here at the only table available. I'll save you a seat. Carrie, please don't sit next to that freak. Those guys attacked Mert. Somebody stole my heirloom rifle. What does it look like? Silver with Ryback engraved on the barrel? What's the last thing you recall? Drinking my bedtime cocoa and the bag of cats in the kitchen. Hi, new friends. I'm Mikevin. No, don't. I'm going to take a walk. Oh god, Veena is in the cool group. I'm in hell. More. Head pudding from Tardo. Psst, Ace, come help me unlock the suspicious balcony door. On it. Why is everyone leaving? They always leave. Voila! Why didn't they want us to see this? Hey, that portal reminds me of when I helped break the Feywild. What's the trouble there, Mikevin? I'm freaking out about today's flight simulation. I'm Veena's navigator and she hates me if I mess up. Calm down there. Just be yourself. I will be myself. I'm going to get some pudding now. The nerd table gets pudding. We're gonna kick your ass at the race today. Hey nerds, what's up? Wait, what race? The flight today is a race. We're competing against you. A few moments later. Today's flight is not a race. You will fly to a gas giant named Collier through an asteroid field and recover the captain's logbook from a wreckage and return it. Do it well, not fast. This will be fun. Now choose your roles. I'm the captain, Four Eyes is the navigator, and this is totally a race. No fun, no races. Good luck, guys. Just let me fight. Who navigate, Doctor? Me? Okay, we need a captain. I flew my old ship. That'll do. Okay, great. Now, remember, you're not inferior just because you're a lowly crew member. You matter too. You introduced that idea. We never thought that. Okay. Remember, it's all just an illusion. Get ready for takeoff. Gold Leader, are you ready? Gold Leader at the Astral oars. Pink Leader, swinging on the sails. Red Leader, starting the engines. I'm Leader, blasting off. The company plotted a perfect course through the Astral Sea towards their destination. I'll do some swinging. Look squeak like bouncing oars. Keep on rowing, but despite the group's perfect navigation, an unforeseeable school of electric eels loomed on the horizon. Let us continue.
All right. So, welcome to everyone, if there's anyone there, and welcome, if not, if you're seeing this in the future. Tonight might be a bit messy. We've got a couple of people on the way in cars driving to join the session momentarily. In the meantime, we'll be kicking off and making best as we can with the three wonderful players that we have here with us immediately. I'm your GM, Kiwi, and we are roleINC, and tonight we'll be roleINC through Wildspace once again with our campaign Astral, Agents and Boats. Viz, if you'd like to introduce yourself to everybody and your character.
Yep. I'm V Islands. I'm playing Zominius, Prince Zominius Solari IV, who is a Fire Genasi royal trapped in the ratty body of a rat shifter. He's a bit of a dilettante, a little bit of a royal lazy artist. So yeah, that's what I'm playing, and we're figuring out who's going to be captain right now, and he might have his eye on the captain's chair.
Beautiful. Again, introduce yourself.
Hi, Goonie here. I will be playing Ace, a half-elf lost boy who's found himself far, far from Neverland and in a body of a Githyanki. Yeah. Gonna buckle some swashes and have a good time.
Excellent. Win, go ahead and tell us about your character.
I am Win. I am playing Dr. Carissa Tappenham, professor, teacher, wizard, formerly elf, deep down inside, still an elf, but currently stuck in a body of a creaky bug, Thrycreen, warrior guardian of some type.
Ooh.
Of a mysterious type yet to be revealed, yet hinted at multiple instances.
Ooh.
If people were paying attention, yes. I always wonder if people pick up on those things. I guess we'll find out one day. Excellent. So, as mentioned, there is a swarm of giant electric eels that has slowed the mind-blistering pace of the spelljamming ship that you're in. And although you've plotted this fantastic course, there seems to be no way other than going straight through this swarm. There's no way around it. So you're going to have to do your best to go through with the ship taking as little damage as possible. So basically here what you're going to be describing for me, choosing appropriate skills according to your role, is how you minimize the hits of the electrical strikes that the boat does take. It might cause fires on the ship which you're putting out, or some other problem with the rigging or the stations or the functioning of the ship, and you're either handling it or you're adding to the maneuverability of the ship to completely veer to the left, veer to the right, avoid it, or something else that might occur to you that your beautiful brains think of that hasn't occurred to me. So with the crew members, your options are doing something with athletics, acrobatics, sleight of hand, survival, nature, or arcana. And in this circumstances, nature can be used with wisdom instead of intelligence. Our navigator can choose to be either getting through this with arcana or survival, depending on the approach. And at the moment, our captain for this mission is on his sending stone and will be here as soon as he can join us. But you might choose to NPC him, and he can help with either survival, nature, also with wisdom, or by getting the crew moving with some type of charisma check, persuasion or intimidation. So I'm going to hand it over to you guys to tell me how, as these electrical strikes get closer and closer to the ship, how you're handling the situation so that the ship isn't damaged.
Well, so is it kind of a foregone conclusion? I guess, well, maybe not really, but there's we're gonna get struck by lightning at some point. Like, it's just so ubiquitous.
But the difference will be like light strikes, which are starting up like a small fire that only does superficial damage and would not take away from any of the hull points, but so long as it's controlled. Or the navigation could be according to however you approach it. If all of you are successful, that you just navigate so incredibly that it never even touches the ship. It depends on how you want to imagine it.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to let Ace go first and see how his crewing is before, because Zominius could potentially be putting out fires or navigating. So he's going to let Ace go first and see how that's looking.
Okay, Ace would. I will climb up and adjust rigging and sails. Try to just things in so that we don't have like a lot of stuff out getting struck by lightning or tangled up with eels. So
yeah, sails catching fire is not a great
I wouldn't
outcome.
think so. So if I could like scramble up the masts and riggings and stuff and just start trimming sails back or whatever, I guess acrobatics.
Yes,
you think?
absolutely. Or use sleight of hands for the knotting.
Okay. 2 acrobatics for scramble up super fast, and if we have to do it again, do sleight of hand. So 16.
All right, the magic number is 13. So tell us how that looks like.
Okay. So quickly climbing up, grabbing a rope, swing to another one, grabbing it, pulling it to just pull in the sails, climbing up, untying knot. Yeah, this kind of, it looks like just total chaos, but I know exactly which sail to pull down and to pull in to speed us along.
Excellent. So, Zominius sees that things are going well initially as you're entering the electrical storm, and the trimming of the sails is certainly making it a much harder target for the damage.
Zominius is going to see that, and in that moment where he was hesitating between preparing to put out fires and helping with the rigging, he sees that Ace is being a badass up there, and he's like, okay, seems like we can do this. He passes his hand before his face and asks for the guidance of the flame, casting guidance on himself, and then he is going to jump up and say, Ace, tell me what to do. I'm going to help you. And he is going to use acrobatics as he kind of climbs up there to start getting the sails and pulling in. And maybe Ace is shouting across like this electric storm, which ropes and what to grab and how to help him. And he's going to attempt as well on acrobatics. Ooh, and he rolls an 8. Does not do it. Does not do it.
Okay, so there has been, as you've climbed up, an impact right near around the area of the ship where you are. You're going to describe it for me, and how much actual damage it does to the ship is going to be affected by how cool your description is. So the cooler the description, the less actual damage.
Man, but I want to kind of, I want it to be a lot of, okay, so basically he's climbing up, and there is, the wind is whipping in his red hair, and he's flying back, and he says, Ace, I'm here. And just as he's climbing up to reach for like the rope, there's a crack, and a lightning strikes right on the mast, and it doesn't hit him, but it kind of throws him to the side. There's the sonic like boom of the thunder right afterward, and he's suddenly hanging by one hand onto like one of the masts. He's just holding on. There's a black bird on the mast next to him, and he's like, you can see he's kind of dazed. His eyes are closed.
Beautiful, beautiful. Minimum damage.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay.
So the mast has taken 4 damage there. There could be some fires that have been provoked then on the deck that could be other NPC characters that we talked about that you could take charge of while those guys aren't here, could be putting out those fires. Would you like to use one of the collectively before Dr. Carey makes the navigation check, which kind of like finalizes things, or do you want to take your turn now, for Dr. Carey, before using the crew or NPCing either Estria or Axel?
I definitely think we should use the crew or
Seems like
and yeah.
Good call.
I think Axel would. Kabuki said Axel would be, rowing his heart out. So hopefully he's down there just like going crazy on the rows, trying to get us through here as quickly as possible. So I think that's what he would be doing in that moment.
Do you want to be using him, or do you want to be using the captain on this round? Because you can use one of either Axel or Estria, and then you have to use the crew.
Axel. I think Axel. Yeah. Have him make an athletics
Yeah, I
check,
think so.
rowing, get us through here as quick as possible.
All right, so he's putting on the speed boost
Yeah.
for a swift passage. All right.
All right, and then do I? So I can also activate the ghost crew with a charisma check.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So Zominius is holding on, and he reaches out, and he suddenly feels like almost maybe sympathetic connection to the ship and to some other. Nice.
Net 20.
Critical roll from Axel. And he is going to reach out with his sort of spirit and say, like, maybe he's caught up. He forgets that this is all a test, and he's now like life or death mode, and he's like, please, assist us, put out these flames, help us through this. And he is going to use persuasion. So 13.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the DC is.
So 13 is good. So the basic DC is 10, but it
Okay.
remains the better the charisma check, the better the crew performs.
Okay.
So you see these kind of illusory shapes start to, like, as you're imagining and wanting to use them, they become more solid, more and more real, and more usable as part of this very complex illusion.
Good.
And this is going to give them a normal roll, and they have sleight of hand, athletics, and survival. Sleight of hand gives them +3, athletics +4, survival +3. So for putting out the fire, they could certainly use any of those skills in different ways to sleight of hand. They might be using like wet cloths to whip out the fires, or athletics, they might be dragging barrels of water and tipping them onto the fire, or survival, they might just their general sense of knowing how to put out fires in a swift and effective way.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll have them dragging with the athletics. Maybe it's like they're reaching, because they're illusions. They're like almost reaching. They're interacting with the illusion in a way that we can't. Like they're reaching into. It's almost like they're reaching into nothingness and dragging out these barrels and to dump on the flames. So
Okay.
I'll go for an athletics check.
All right, so with the +4 modifier then.
You said +1?
+4.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Do you want me to roll?
Yep. I hate playing myself.
Sure, fair enough. Okay, then we rolled 15.
Okay.
15 total.
Okay. Things are going excellently with the turbo boost from the oars below. The strike that the mast took and the fires that sparked up, the illusory crew responds to Ximenius's bidding, and it's quickly put out before it can do any further serious damage to the crew. And with that boost, that amazing ore boost, Dr. Carey can feel like he can really push it through the storm. So that's going to give you an advantage with that crit that Axel got there.
Yeah.
Advantage.
And then +1 from Ace.
That was just limiting. That was just not being hit. Like
okay. It wasn't a navigation.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right, so it carries up to take her session.
Yes.
I mean, so setting the scene, I'm imagining there's like these huge eels that are coming from like all directions, and we have to sort of steer our way through a tunnel of the gauntlet of lightning zappy.
Exactly what's happening. Like they're not aiming their electricity at you. It's just jumping from one to the other. So you're avoiding these columns of lightning and these moving bodies that are changing the shape of that tunnel constantly, making it much more challenging than what might be navigating through a canyon.
Okay. So we're pulling up to this. Is the crew is pulling out all the stops, streamlining the ship, and Carrie she says, "Oh well, if we just go down the middle of the tunnel, then we'll be taking assaults from all sides. We have to steer as close as we can to this series of eels." And she sort of pulls the ship in and uses the boost to try to cream as close as she can under one eel. We rotate barrel roll to get under the next eel, so that we're trying to use the eels against them as a shield to all the blasts.
Beautiful.
Let's go, Carrie.
All right, and then I can roll Arcana for that. Is what we decided.
Yes, you can.
All right, can I though? That's a funny thing. Nope. One day I'll remember how to actually use this system. Here we go. All right, so I think I have advantage clicked. I did. All right, that's a 21.
All right. The crew have worked magnificently to give Dr. Carey the absolute best chance to power through this moving swarm of electric eels, and you emerge the ship, just a slight black mark left on the sail from one minor zap that it took.
Oh yeah.
Emerging on the other side, Dr. Carey feels immediately, as soon as you move away from this obstacle, you can take the Spelljammer back into this thought speed where you can project again from that original navigation past back to the incredible speeds that you can move at. And so again, the ship's just, everything's lights moving towards your destination. And this continues for about a minute of real time, which is...
Can I check my shark head rearview mirrors to see what happened to the folks behind us?
Yes.
Or next to us?
Yes. As you shift your senses to what happened with the others that are slightly behind you, you see a second hammer ship barrel rolling expertly through the eels.
She copied me.
And literally, like in your slipstream, almost using the beautiful path that you created to just slide in there and
outraged. I thought we never signed an honor code, did we?
I'm acting very unimpressed, but I'm like secretly like, whoa.
The only thing you can think of is from the nervous wreck that was in the cafeteria this morning. Like Mikevin's really like pulling this one out of the bag, because you just did a magnificent job to navigate that storm. So
good for him then. All right.
So
that was the talk we gave that little weirdo.
Yeah, I told you.
Talked him up too much.
What did I tell you, Carrie?
So about a minute later of real time traveling at these incredible speeds, the ship slows once again, and you come back into a normal ship speed at the edge of an asteroid cluster. According to your instructions, the wreckage is within the asteroid cluster. The challenge now being safely navigating this very dangerous field of floating chunks of space rock without damaging your ship. So each of you now will have to make a decision. The choice is to either dedicate your efforts to helping your navigator with their navigation roll, or preparing the ship, bracing for any type of impact that might be inevitable, which would reduce any potential damage to the ship if Dr. Gary's navigation does lead to grazing one of the asteroids. You could reduce that potential damage with your check, or you can provide Dr. Gary with a bonus to their maneuver check to get through here.
Well, one of those options sounds like they wouldn't be very confident in my abilities now, doesn't it?
Yeah, so Binius, like he looks up and he sees, like, everyone looks over and sees the asteroid field, you know, and he says, "Sweet fire." He says, "All right, I'm gonna go. I'll go and help Dr. Carey." And he kind of runs off down towards the chamber, and, you know, pushes open the door, and he says, "Doctor, you can do it. I believe in you. Just keep your head steady. I know you've those maybe not." And he kind of starts looking at the actual bug hands, and he's like, "Well, you know, just keep your wits about you." And he's gonna give Carrie a bardic inspiration, and then he will use his role to assist him.
Okay, so to actually assist him, you're going to have to occupy one of the jamming stations on the ship, which will, like, put your movements in sync to help the ship sync up with Dr. Carey's ability. So there can be one of the jamming. We kind of made the burning hands a jamming station to ignite the ship. So again, how this works exactly can be within your imagination, but you're going to be contributing to making the ship more maneuverable and easier to. In whichever way you choose to have that work, but you're basically occupying one of the jamming stations of the ship and making it function.
Yeah, so after he kind of gives Carrie that pep talk, he'll go stick his hands over the flames and modulate them, basically. So instead of just pumping them up so you move as quickly as possible, he's going to soothe them and cool them down and make them very steady somehow. So he's going to use his Control Flames cantrip to do that.
Nice. Okay, so basically the idea was that athletics or dexterity acrobatics check was going to be necessary, but because you're doing this, the cantrip's given you the ability to instead use an Arcana check instead.
Okay. Acrobatics is actually better for me, but I'll go with Arcana just for the flavor of it.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah, I don't get it. I get a 7, unfortunately.
Okay. So what happens is as you're this unfamiliar kind of device that you naturally got started very quickly seems to have some more subtlety to it. So what happens is you try to modulate the engine, so to speak.
I think he kind of is trying to soothe the flame, and it gets a little bit too. It's like zoom, like it actually powers down for a second, and he's like, "Oh no, and he's like it's like out, and he's trying to light it back on fire. So it's kind of it's almost like you're pressing on the brake a little bit too hard when you're driving a car, and it kind of goes, and that's what happens.
Okay.
Yep.
What's Ace gonna do, Goonie?
So I'm outside. I see Zozo run in. I trust these guys have it. So I'm like, oh, okay, I got this out here. I'm gonna run around and just tie things down. bat the hatches, so to speak, just for evasive maneuvers. Some things will slide off or come crashing around and cause more damage. So I think I'd be rolling sleight of hand, just scrambling and tying things down, packing things away, just generally making sure things aren't flying around and crashing into anything. Oh no! So that one.
Thanks for not been with us.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So
think I'm tying myself into something just because I'm.
So we also could try and use Estria here, right, as a NPC to do the captain action to give you a reroll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
If not now, then when?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's definitely try that. Here it goes. Oh my God! What is that?
Come on!
2 in a row. It just wasn't meant to be. I'm tying myself
Wow.
to a crate or.
So as Estria ran over to try and assist you with the packing and the battening down the hatches, a small asteroid just impacts the ship right where Ace and Estria are. So both of you need to, as the deck of the ship kind of almost ripples with the impact of this quite a small piece of rock, but just space speeds. It hits and you feel that the ripple go through the deck, almost like throw you off the deck. You're going to have to use your strength in this case, a strength saving throw, to not be thrown off the ship into Wildspace. And as Estria's come to help you, they're also affected by this and will also need to make a strength saving throw.
All right. Strength is not my strongest.
Nor Estria's.
Oh!
All right. Feast
So,
or famine.
I'm saw it coming.
Okay.
Nice. So yeah, I see it coming. I'm like, grab Estria actually. Like, oh, watch out! And at least we managed to not get blown off the ship.
Lovely.
And now we ghost crew.
Well, unfortunately, with the burning of the motor, there's like a flare up of flames that has spiked towards your face. You can try and move aside from it very quickly with a dexterity saving throw, or it's gonna like burn your face.
Yeah, I guess he'll try and make a dex save. Get out the way. He rolls the 9 total, so he's not a particularly swift guy.
Okay, so that's 2 fire damage they've taken.
So it's actually only 1 fire damage because he has resistance. So he hardly blinks. It's kind of like a pinch. Damn, he's just like, ugh.
Okay. So the 3 successes necessary. At the moment, we've got 2 strikes and we've got 3 actors who can still try and get the ship safely through this asteroid cluster. One being the crew, one being would be Axel in this case, because you've kind of used the captain action with Istria, and of course Dr. Carey.
Okay, so Zaminius is going to try and activate the crew, kind of reach out with his sympathy again and say, "Please, I know you're dead. Don't abandon us now. We're almost through the finish line. Where's your pride?" And he's going to attempt another persuasion check. Woo, nice. So 24 crushes it.
The crew has advantage. I'm going to ask either Goonie or Win to tell us how the crew react as these illusory crew members kind of become more and more solid and more like high AI intelligence kind of thing as you bring them into life in this illusion.
I guess I'm stepping in. I think it's almost like a ghost crew. No, they're on the ship, but as the ship sails, they rest, and yet when they feel a disturbance, when they feel the ship being attacked, they rise up, and so they feel through Zome's words and then the peril of the fire and then the strikes that now is the time that they must follow a new leader.
Nice. And how do they help out the ship? What do they start doing? Remembering that their 3 good skills are athletics, sleight of hand, or survival.
Well, I feel like they would understand more about actual, how the actual operations of a ship. So I think we're kind of out there. We're shooting up poles. We're sort of jerking the wheel left and right. But they understand that when you're in deep space, you take a strike like this. Like you need to shore up. You need to shore up that spar. You gotta cover this over. And so they take to the nitty gritty of the carpenters and the seamen.
So are they helping
They see that we're not there for that.
Or are they protecting the ship?
They're protecting the ship. Yes.
Okay. All right. So would you like them to do that with athletics, with sleight of hand, or with survival?
Yeah, I guess if they're doing repairs, survival makes the most sense. They're trying to keep us flying.
Okay.
Despite the fact that we're green or whatever color our current hats are. I forget.
Add a +3 modifier to the roll.
This is going to be a roll off my character sheet?
Yeah, just roll a d20, put a +3 in the modifier, and roll a d3.
Oh, just d20. All right, yeah. Great.
With advantage, too.
Uh-oh, I didn't do the advantage. So that was a 12. All right, I'm doing it again. All right, so either a 13 or 22. All right.
I rolled over that 1. Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
So like the ghost army in Lord of the Rings there that rises up. They shore up the ship just in case it takes any damage from what is about to come. Goonie, I'm going to ask you to tell us what Axel does in that case.
Okay.
Rowing isn't kind of really needed at this point here, unless he's like going to be adding like jamming oars to help slide through, or is he going to be like coming out from below to protect the ship?
I see him more as a protector than navigator. I don't want to. Yeah, I see him more as the type to be out on the deck, kind of with helping them protect. So what would he do?
Okay, so his best skill's probably going to be his athletics. So
right. So yeah, he would be like probably bellowing, just tell me what to do to the crew, taking direction, like grabbing something, holding up boards for them to, affix, or moving the masts and pulling big ropes in. I don't know.
Okay. $14. That's the magic number. 2 and 2. It all comes down to Dr. Carey.
Oh no.
Carey's got it.
All right, so the mission is that we're supposed to find like a broken down ship somewhere in the middle of this asteroid belt.
Yeah,
which is a captain's log.
Get through this part of the cluster, you should be able to arrive at whatever wreckage there is. But at the moment, your obstacle is actually getting safely through these chunks of space rocks.
Right. All right. So this takes some fancy flying again, but I don't want that copycat chasing. So she's going to the real thing she's going to put her mind into is not just going in a straight line, which is there's asteroids floating this way and that way and the other way. So, but she wants to kind of try to psych out Kevin so that he I dodge one way, but then at the last second I turn over and an asteroid crosses this way and that and blocks him from copycatting me.
Nice.
She's very mad that he's looking over her shoulder and copying her answers.
Your option is always Arcana.
Yeah,
you can also
use
Perception if you preferred, or if you wanted to like make Mikevin like try and follow your path and like have a upset, you could use deception instead.
Oh yeah, I do like that idea, even though my charisma is not excellent, but that's really what her heart is in right now. So I think I might need to roll that anyways.
Go for it.
This is just a straight roll of my deception with no.
If I think it would be appropriate that as someone who's able with ships, that if you're not proficient in, are you proficient with perception? With deception?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so we're going to apply your proficiency with naval vehicles.
Oh.
As
I am dead.
you've had some time now with the Spelljammer starting to come out, you can feel the similarities with the boats, and there's some similarities that you're starting to get the feel of.
Okay, I can do that. And from like the crew rolls and all that we sort of washed out to no special bonus above that.
Sorry?
We the crew is not successful enough to add buffs above just my proficiency. Is that
no?
right?
They decided to protect the ship. So if this fails,
Right,
it's
okay.
going to take less
That's
damage.
right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It had inspiration though, bardic
You do
inspiration,
have
right?
bardic inspiration
Well,
if you need
I
it.
did have bardic inspiration. All right. Navigator's tools. All right. Let's roll the tools, and then I guess we'll go from there. Oh yeah. 24 on that. All right. She is flying.
I knew she could do it.
I mean, she's I guess is flying through nether ether. Anyway, she spins this way and then ducks at that. She calculates just the right trajectories. She uses math yet again to solve all of those problems.
Okay. So just so I can calculate the DC for Mikevin against your deception roll, what would your actual, that's using your intelligence modifier, I guess, right? What would it have been with your charisma modifier?
My charisma is actually not like terrible. My charisma the problem was it's 16. That's actually my next highest stat. I'm a leader of men, it turns out.
Nice. So
Nice.
it's the same. So it's the same.
Yes,
roll,
it
right?
is the same. I just don't have proficiency.
Okay.
That's it.
Excellent.
She's bad at lying, but she's charming in her own subtle ways.
In that case, unless this is a crit, that is nothing he can do about it.
Wow.
Came close though. Good on him.
Okay. You, in your rear view hammership mirror there, you see once again that Mikevin is trying to get in your slipstream, and you've hoodwinked him, and he's gone straight into the side, it's just scraped along the side of an asteroid, and it could look, you can see that it could have been disastrous. It could have been the complete wreckage of the ship, and somehow he pulls it out to pull it away. It's taken some damage, but it jerks the ship so violently that you start to see bodies from the deck come flying off the deck, and you see the very distinctive headpiece of Veena go wheeling off the deck and into Wildspace as the rest of the crew start like throwing out grappling hooks and ropes to try and like reel them back in before they're completely lost. But your maneuver has worked spectacularly as you avoid any damage to the ship. And with Kabuki's arrival, we'll come back after a very quick break while I readjust the cameras. Okay, but you've
Sweet.
gotten through the cluster magnificently.
Very nice.
See ya, nerds.
Couldn't have happened to a better person, if you
So sorry, guys. So sorry.
All right. Cool. We're back. We're back, and we're on the other side of the asteroid. Well, we're within the asteroid cluster, so to speak, but we're on the side where you can now visibly see the wreckage. The wreckage looks to be some from the parts that are somewhat intact. Seems to be like some type of fish ship that's been torn apart. You can see that the area has this silvery dust kind of surrounding the wreckage. Maybe the spillage of whatever it held once in its cargo. But it's really making visibility from the distance that you are very, very tricky. You can basically judge that you're going to need to get into that, pull up as close to the wreckage as possible, just to be able to actually see anything. But although you've left Veena and her crew behind with quite the predicament of getting back on deck, time is of the essence, because seeing where this logbook might be located within the silvery dust cloud is going to be very tricky. So tell me how you approach trying to locate it in the first place. You're still some distance from the wreckage. You can certainly get closer.
We just need to head into this, right?
Well, not into it, but I think we do need to get closer to find what we're looking for.
I mean, it seems we're gonna have to steer towards where it's thicker before we steer towards where it's the thinner.
So yeah, I think we got to get closer, right?
All right,
to make it a little bit easier. Yeah.
Do we have someone on lookout? That might be the best way to work this. What is the? I'm hearing some sort of strangers are running around the ship now. The crew. Maybe
yes,
they could.
Maybe, but I think Ace is already up in the crow's nest and stuff, right?
Oh, right, yeah. I can call down.
Right, we're gonna go for that. That there's this dust gets thicker over there, so I'm steering in that direction. Keep an eye out.
Aye. Did we agree that with the navigator's tools, I would have some sort of spyglass?
I think we talked about having, like, instead of like a full one, like
Minor
a kind of
one.
Like a tiny, like
a little one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, definitely we'll use that. Like maybe some glasses or something. Some cool.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check, and with your little mini spyglass there, it's gonna give you a +2 modifier to your roll.
Okay. Perception. 16.
Okay.
Not bad.
So I'm calling down that. Yeah, there's a thinner spot through the clouds. 26 degrees starboard.
Which guides carry towards probably the best spot you could to see as much within the wreckage in the cloud as possible. But it's still going to take some figuring out where this logbook might be. You can see that there's no like really intact parts of the ship. It's all just smashed chunks. So this thing might just be like floating around in this mess somewhere.
Huh.
I mean, I'm assuming I'm like, I guess like I use my sort of ship view to kind of look out ahead, but it seems like we have eyes on top of the ship. There's a top deck, right? So like this is like an actual, like, I mean, it's shaped like a shark, but there's actually a top deck and sails and all. Yeah, so
there's like a main deck which has like a elevated part in the front and the back, where you've got like the mangonels or the catapults at the front and the back, and there's like a ballista as up there. Actually, the mangonels slightly down below. Then you've got your masts, where we've got Ace now at the top of the masts. And then there's like the lower deck where Axel had gone to row.
Right, and then the prow has the crossbar that's the hammerhead, and that's because this is actually like a ramming ship
as well.
Yeah.
So Minius is going to run down to Dr. Carey and place a hand on her shoulder and say, "May the flames guide your sight, Dr. Carey. Can you know ships, can you tell maybe where it might likely be floating so we can at least direct our search a little bit so we're not just looking blindly?" And he's going to cast guidance on Dr. Carey.
All right. Yeah. I mean, we'd want it. If it's going to be floating by any other debris, it's probably the captain's quarters, right? So it has the nice windows, and it'll have if there's a dining table or something. So the stuff that the captain. All right. So we could look for the chunk of the tail of a picture window or something like that.
Cool.
Okay.
If you want, Dr. Carey, with that kind of idea, maybe your history of ships, in this case, would direct you to the kind of appearance of things that might appear in a captain's quarters, which could certainly help find things.
Right. I like that. I can do that. That is a 17 total.
Nice.
That narrows the search, providing advantage on actually spotting this thing. So.
Okay. Who's on lookout?
I guess you can tell Ace what you've seen, perhaps, and he can take another closer look.
All right, just look at that. The back. You can see the railing. See the red floating over 36 degrees. And we have more dimensions than I'm used to. And also 63 up. And you'll see the tail end of the cap. I think looking at that area there.
Beautiful.
Okay. Yeah. Gonna look where it's telling me. Get my eyes out there.
Okay. With those navigators tools, you continue to have that +2 modifier and advantage.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay. Oh, cap the window. The window. Yes. It looks like.
Go.
Oh yeah, I see it.
You
see the windows.
You do see it, but it's not within any area. It's near those captain's windows that have been described, and then just floating amongst the wreckage, there is like this really official-looking book with like an important engraved logo on the book, and you're like, that's got to be the logbook. But it is literally floating within the ship's kind of still somewhat existent gravity plane, just bobbing around amongst the chunks of ship. There's no bridge to it. It's not near any solid area of the ship. You're going to have to somehow leave your ship, float over, or whatever you guys do. It's
how close are we to that part of the wreckage?
It's like about 40 feet away. And getting any closer, you're going to be like putting your own ship in danger from...
In danger?
I'm climbing down to point it out all explicitly. I guess it's right there. It's that gilded book just floating around.
The last ship was throwing grapnel hooks. Could we just have one of you hold on to a grappling hook and then just jump?
You got a strong arm.
This! I need rope!
I'm assuming there's rope somewhere on the deck. So
yes, you can see that there are ropes, and one of them seems to be, as Dr. Carey thinks of, like a rope with a grappling hook. One almost seems like a grappling hook form around one of the ends of the rope, as though imagining that equipment helps the illusion.
Are you going to throw it, or are you going to...
Axel wants to tie it to himself. Axel wants to tie it to himself and then jump out.
That's crazy. I love it.
That's his idea.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
So you see,
I like to think the rest of you on the decks of the ship, seeing him being amazed when he jumps out, and then realizing that the other end of the rope is not tethered down.
Literally.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Literally. Yeah.
So everyone's like basically contributed something. What would be, even though we're not in initiative order, say like a round of time. We'll be coming now into the second round of time as Axel has tied this rope around himself and leapt into Wildspace with nothing being connected on the other end. So over to you all again. Can be any order. Just letting you know that would be like a round.
I would see the rope just kind of like really like as he jumps and look over. Oh, and I'm gonna try to tie it.
You are at the top of the mast.
Oh no, he said he came down.
I
He said
did
he
say
ran down.
climb
down.
He
Okay.
did say
climb down to
Nice,
point it.
nice.
To point it out, but I would certainly climb down if not.
Okay. You can certainly just make a dexterity check. So long as you beat let's see how you propelled yourself. How amazingly you propelled yourself there, Axel.
Okay. What do you want me to roll for that?
Athletics. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So,
Okay.
14. Okay, so I think probably a dexterity save. You're kind of saving him here, so a dexterity save.
Okay,
seems
yeah.
appropriate.
Dex save. Here we
so
go.
could you say something about like how the gravity works? So like the ship creates its own gravity, which I assume is sort of Earth-like, but it seems like basically he jumped high enough to basically escape the gravity of the ship. Like what does it look like as he sort of tries to jump away from the grasp of the ship itself?
Yeah, so I think the curious thing about the gravity is that it has a certain area of effect within the air envelope of the ship that it creates. Mm-hmm. And every spelljamming ship will have a different center of gravity, and it like a planet. You can be on top of the ship, and then you could, if you navigate to a certain part of the ship, you could also walk and be standing on your feet at the bottom of the ship as well.
Oh, cool.
So
Very cool.
He's kind of just with the gravity of the ship, he's kind of leapt away under the influence of your gravity ship, and as he's gone into a certain distance, he's going to be coming into a new gravity, which probably is going to take him spinning in a different way that he wasn't expecting.
Okay.
Up and down become all mixed up as he's jumped from your stable gravity field, which is established by a certain height of your ship. I think it might be.
Right, but there's like asteroids that are creating their own gravity, and they're all pulling in like independent directions.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So he sort of jumps straight up relative to our gravity, and then at some point he'll just start wobbling around.
Yes. And the ropes have slipped through Ace's fingers at this stage.
Right. Right. He is moving, and just lurched for the rope, and it, like curved out just out of my reach.
He's right by the book though, because that was a great jump.
Oh, nice. As the rope is slipping, for Zominius' action this round, he'll reach out and he says, hold, and command the crew to hopefully grab the rope.
Nice.
He's going to use a persuasion for that. Say, grab fast, hold fast, do not let him slip away. Nice. I rolled a 22.
Just like ghost after ghost, just like they're all leaping at this snaking cord that's snaking along the deck haphazardly. They kind of collectively grab on. It looks like a tug of wars. This bulky, massive leonine body dragging them to the edge.
Axel, why did you jump? And then, so they get to roll athletics. I'm assuming to hold him back.
Yes, absolutely.
+4. Okay. They roll a 12, so they are.
They've slowed him. You see some of them are like over the deck, like they've been pulled right over the deck, and they're kind of wobbling off now into into Wildspace as well. Still in your gravity field and quite close to the edge of the ship, but
Oh, this is hilarious.
All right, and then can Dr. Carey do something?
Dr. Carey can do
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. Oh, boy, oh, what would that? What would that be? I can't. I mean, wait, I don't have control of. Okay.
You could try. It's not available to you officially yet, but you could try to use a cantrip from your position below the deck, kind of making yourself be the Spelljammer to project a cantrip. So I don't know if you have something like Mage Hand or something that you feel could help the situation here.
As a cantrip, no, they're all pretty attacky.
Okay.
No, the cantrips would not be handy.
You could maybe freeze the
use the
end
ship.
of the rope to the dick, or
use the ship's like the momentum, change the momentum to maybe pull him into our gravity. I don't know.
if you were to do that, you could try and scoop him up with the ship. A failure here would risk damaging the ship, though.
Yeah, no, I think actually the like freeze. If we're still the rope, the big emergency here is the rope is still sort of twirling away. I think that's sort of the zap it with. I have my frostbite, so I could just like I zap the bugs. So yeah, I could try to freeze it down. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, cool. So you're it's not the actually using the cantrip. It's you're testing yourself to change your world view that you can cast your spells from somewhere that's not yourself. So understanding that correctly is going to be an Arcana check.
So I'm trying to sort of figuring out, sort of sputtering ice out of just random spots and trying to form it into a coherent spell. All right, that was a 21. All right.
Frost forms around just the last little bit of the rope, and it just kind of tugs out. But it's kind of fragile there. Like there's several ghost crew now, kind of like dangling off the edge as well, waving arms, begging for help. The book is well close enough. It's like within almost your reach now, Axel. You could almost get it. You guys see the shadow looming of another ship come to park nearby, with Veena screaming on deck saying, "Rope me up, I'm going overboard!"
This is the big romantic scene.
Close enough to me, I'm going to try to
together.
snatch it out of the air. You want me to do like
this? Yeah, to do this without endangering the rope. Like, you could do it with your athletics, but you're probably going to like rip that rope further away with your power of your movements from its fragile ice grip, shall we call it? But if you used a more subtle approach with acrobatics, using kind of like stretching out, then there's no danger to the rope if you pull it off.
Nice and easy now. Nice and easy. Axel, be gentle with those massive kitty claws. That's his last bardic inspiration he's going to throw out. Oh.
It's a one, natural one.
Yep. I don't think that bardic inspiration is going to do much. Stop.
Well, you still have it. You don't have to use it now, but you still have it.
What's happened there with Axel, Kabuki?
So what happened is, I don't know if you've ever seen Chronicles of Riddick, where he rolled himself up into the rope. He tried to unroll himself out of the rope to get a little bit more length to grab that book out of the space. And when he did it, he got caught up on his leg, and it jerked him back. And now he's just dangling by one foot. The rope's around his foot instead of around his stomach region.
Nice. I'm going to also say that you're also spinning.
Yeah.
Just this strange gravity plane, like where's up, where's down. So that's going on.
Oh, okay. I think if there's anything I can do to help him from here.
It's going well. Esther, we do have a bird.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think Esther can fly yet because
I,
of our body.
I want to try something really crazy. I'm gonna Misty step out and grab the book and yell at Axel, just don't let me float away.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I got this if you can get me.
Right before you jump, maybe. Do you say anything? Actually, yeah. Do you say anything, or are you just gonna go for it?
I'm gonna say like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Just, I'll get the book. Just get me, and then I'll just Misty step.
Okay.
And then he's gonna say, "I
Reappear
got
right by the book.
you." But like every time he says, "I got you," it kind of like it goes, it pans in and out because he's still spinning.
Spinning.
Yeah. So Midas is gonna reach out just before and cast guidance on you. Stay, flame protect you, and cast guidance on you right before you leap.
Okay.
And he thinks you're just gonna jump though. He doesn't know what you're gonna actually do.
Yeah, I can once per day Misty step.
Very cool.
Okay. So the difficulty here, as you pop into from one gravity plane to the other, is this sudden change of where you could see from your gravity plane, and then what makes sense from suddenly being in a completely different one that's being affected also by these asteroids as well. So yeah, go ahead and make me a Dex saving throw as you kind of try and
you got it.
puff into another place and try and be steady.
Yeah.
Nice.
19.
So you're there right by the book. It's yours. And you're like,
bamf out, like whoop, whoop, kind of disoriented momentarily.
but you are floating in
grab it.
wild space. So
Yeah.
Now Axel's gonna try to grab him.
I'm not.
yeah, you have disadvantage because you're spinning around.
Of course.
I don't think very far ahead.
But you can make like an unarmed attack to grab him with disadvantage.
Okay. Let's do that.
If you wanted to use your claws,
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
You could do damage to Ace and
You
snag
still have Bardic
into him.
Inspiration, don't you?
Hey, you do have
Yeah,
Bardic
do it.
Inspiration.
I could do. Sorry, I if I wanted to use my claws, I could what?
You could cancel out the disadvantage with advantage and keep a normal roll.
Okay, he's gonna be like,
Do it.
sorry, bro.
Just grab me. Just grab me. I don't want to fly away.
So just the normal roll then.
Yeah, just a normal roll. You've got him. It hurt, but you've got him. So roll your damage.
All right. This is where I need my one. Oh my god.
Max damage. Maximum damage.
Ouch.
Right in the kidneys.
I got you, Ace. Come on.
You really do. Ah.
It's just.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll be okay. It's fine. Yeah.
You can hear on the nearby ship deck just Veena's going, no, they've got the book! Hurry up! And Mikevin seems to have like unattuned himself from the helm and appears on deck, takes stock of the situation and says, you don't got this. And poof, he misty steps to try and appear next to the book and just gets caught in the gravity field and just completely miscalculates, and you see that he just like starts shooting off into wild space.
Good riddance. Pull them back in, and then Zominius is gonna command the crew to start heave. Go, pull them back in.
Okay, so decision moment. Mikevin will be there. His crew are in no position to help him whatsoever. If there's going to be any saving Mikevin, you're the only ones in a position to do it. Otherwise, they are eliminated. They're going to be out of the simulation. It's all over for them. And Mikevin will live in dignity for obviously the rest of his days.
He was already going to. Why couldn't it have been Veena? I kind of feel bad for him. What do we do? What do we do, Axel?
He's an idiot. He forgot his rope.
I mean, so did I. But okay.
But I was here to catch you.
That's right. Yeah, they're not a real team.
Okay, so the
Axel's gonna let him float away. He ain't trying to help him.
Okay.
I don't want to drop the book. I feel bad for him. I'm trying to.
Oh, Dr. Carey's friend.
Yeah. Zominius doesn't even.
Yeah, no, I admire Spunk, but that was definitely a dumb idea.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look cool with with Axel's claws. I mean, trying to pretend it doesn't hurt. Like, this is fine.
Nice.
Spit up a little blood.
The last act we need is just the crew pulling everyone in. So we'll see how effective they are. Viz, if you can roll your G'ing up persuasion roll there, or if you're intimidating them, or however you're doing it.
He's gonna keep persuading them. Be like, now everybody pull together, heave. And he is going to cast guidance on himself. So it's off of Ace currently. I'll take that off in a second. Then persuade them. Pull! Thank goodness I did that. So 16. It's a 16.
All right. So that's going to give them advantage on their athletics check.
All right. Here we go. Hell yeah. So with the advantage, it was the 17 on the die for a 21. Oh!
First, the sailors that were just dangling there are pulled in, and they start pulling everyone in. The first to arrive is Axel, who drags Ace over the side by the claws.
And then I didn't think about that.
I got it. We got it.
You can hear Veena shouting like, "Throw me at them! Throw me at their deck!" And you're just hearing voices like from the plasmoid, "We haven't tied the rope yet. Doesn't matter, throw it! I don't want to lose!" So
waving at Veena.
Dr. Carey senses everyone's on board before they can try anything. You can try to get the heck out of there.
I'm gonna tell you what I'd really like to see is that she sort of leaps off, and as she goes, I say, "Better luck next time," and then we do the warp drive thing. We go. I assume I need to roll if that actually happens, but that's.
As you imagine that, you pull the ship around and you're faced again by the same asteroid field that you flew into.
No, I gotta turn around.
Crap.
Oh no!
You gotta get through it again from this way. But you can certainly get a head start on them so that they can't leap out at you. You can distance yourself. That area that you like parked up in before you, when you emerge from the dangerous part of the asteroid field, like you can get to there before they could leap out and try and snatch any books out of hands. Certainly.
All right, so I can just steer it back.
Yeah.
Standard Arcana.
Yep. Pulling a donut basically with the hammer ship. I wonder how to fix that. I wonder if I have to go to YouTube and fix it. Saying that the stream has a connection.
Yeah, now I'm seeing action.
I'm seeing something now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
So
coming
it's
back.
still it's not quite psyched. Yeah, who knows?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Looks like it's going great.
Nice.
And I'm here. All right. You're not just going to hand wave that because of technical difficulties, I pulled a perfect space donut?
You did
Oh,
pull
yeah.
a perfect space donut. I'm going to hand wave that. The universe decided
Nice.
to pull a perfect fucking space donut.
Space dust.
Boom.
Is it going to be the same choice as in bracing for damage or helping
Yes.
Dr. Carey
So,
get through?
are you helping the maneuver or are you protecting your ship?
Definitely helping the maneuver. This time, Zominius is up in the rigging with Ace, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Doing the rope pulling, doing all that sort of stuff. So I guess I'll make an acrobatics check. And he will guide himself. Flames guide our hand. Oh, okay, dirty
Nice.
20. That's a dirty
Nice.
20.
Beautiful. Which
I think I'm getting the hang of this, Ace.
Hey, your form is great.
Of course it is. Please.
the sails are back in action to be used for maneuvering the ship, which is more important than protecting them now from the electrical eels.
Yes.
So maneuverability returns to the ship. Estria, however, seems to be struggling as your ship has wheeled away from Veena's ship, and you can her cries of distress grow more distant from you, and you head straight into the asteroid field once again. Estria seems to be kind of spasming almost, and just before Estria drops to her knees, she gets one sentence out to you guys. Something's wrong, not here, really wrong, and hits the deck. So someone can take up, you can just continue as the crew, or someone can now take up the captain role and fill that space as well. So as an NPC, Estria is not going to be available to you for now.
Okay.
Must have been Veena. Remember what Tardo said when the captain falls? You were me, so.
When the captain falls,
I already acted.
Ace?
When the captain falls, somebody has to take the place. That's what Tardo told us. So yeah, you were me, so you were me.
I never really desired to be in charge, but if it needs doing, I'll do it. So Zozo to act as a captain for now. Next round, I'm assuming.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Axe will be like, I'm heading back down. And he's gonna go back down to the arcane orbs and try to help maneuver around the asteroids as well.
Nice. It's very nice.
18.
So
Nice.
what's Axel actually doing? Describe that to us.
He's gonna literally just run down there, and as soon as he gets into the chair where the oars are, he sees that signal for a hard right, and he just cranks down on the right oar just to get that nice little drift around it.
Beautiful. So you're adding to maneuverability, not protecting the ship.
Yes. Yeah, maneuverability.
Cool.
Because the asteroids is before, because we're going backwards, the asteroids is before the electrical field, right?
Yeah. Asteroids first, and then electrical field.
Okay. I guess I would try to protect it. Since everybody fairly well. So what that would be? Imagine I'd climb down, rigging, be out on the deck, just like I don't know. Let's see. Dragging. I'm not player. We already tied things down.
You can also be like affecting the movement of the boat, so that the angling of the boat, so that if it takes a hit at a certain angle, then it's not going to be hitting a vulnerable part of the ship. It's going to be hitting more solid strike. Or
could you do some sweet like asteroids? You know, it's like a video. So think of the video games. You know, where your ship is scrolling side by side. Could you take one of the gunners and then blast some asteroids out of our path?
Nice. That's
actually awesome. That's a great idea. Yeah. I want to get on the or whatever.
Okay.
Shoot any asteroid, like try to knock it off.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Make a ranged attack as your check then, and you have your proficiency with your firearms. You're able to apply that to.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Stuff. Cool. I'll shoot like I'm shooting a pistol. Pow! It's 7. I'm not used to this. This is really big.
Yeah, you realize it's like really heavy, and that you probably could have done with another 2 people helping you. It's like where you wanted to shoot, just like so slow.
I think it maybe knocks me down a little bit. Like the kick off of it kind of knocks me back.
Has the crew done anything this round?
No, they're still available.
No. Okay, so could you get them to provide some help or advantage or something on that roll? Like to actually like do the reload and aim, fire.
Yeah, could I persuade them? Let's say like, "Come on, crew, help me! Come on, men, we got to make it through these asteroids, 100%. Or nobody's eating tonight." Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll a persuasion. I'm okay at that. Nice, 21.
Okay, so that's going to give you your crew check is going to have advantage. They can also add to the reloading, re-aiming, and re-firing. Now that there's 3 of you
nice.
manning the gun, it's obviously going to go much better this time. And they have a +4 on their check.
Okay, so we're going to roll
just a d20 +4.
+4. Cool. All right, men. Mine is +6. It would have been 8.
Okay.
Not very good.
Just as you're like trying to pull it around, and like, yeah, it's gonna reload it. We're gonna get it this time. Just one of the asteroids just got too close, too quick, and it's slammed in right near where you and the other 2 crew members are standing, and you feel that ripple on the deck again, and you and the crew need to make a strength saving throw.
Didn't you say they had advantage on the persuasion?
They had advantage on their check, actually, because of the persuasion. You're quite right. So you can roll that attack again. You're absolutely right.
+4 modifier. Time we'll mean it. 17.
Nice.
Very nice.
So you, however, did fail your check, although with the crew.
Right.
So it's just hit the asteroid. You've broken it in half, but a part of it's like landed right at just your feet. There was a danger that the crew and you could have gone overboard, but it's just you. So strength saving throw.
All right. Shit, good job, guys.
Wait.
All right. So I just grab onto it, fly up off my feet, but I'm holding it, and I don't go off into Wildspace.
Nice. the heaviness of the baluster feels good at that moment as you're hanging onto it.
Oh, these things are great.
Okay. that would leave Dr. Carey with a +2 modifier to his roll.
Okay, could I? So, I think what I'd like to do. I mean, so I sort of note. I sense that the guns have been activated through my weird chipboard senses, and so I get a sense of what Oasis is doing up there. So I guess what I would like to. So I want to steer. I want to steer the path through the path has been cleared. But could I use my new sort of zip zap cantrip through the boards type thing and use my firebolt to sort of take the same. When you're playing one of these video games, your ship gets an upgrade, and all of a sudden you got 2 streams of bullets going out from the front.
That seems highly cool. So yes,
and therefore it's clearly correct.
That is the rule. It might not always be the rule, but right now it is.
And just roll a range my sort of firebolt melee or range attack.
Yep, let's do that.
Sweet.
But with a +2 as well from the added.
Well, that was a 20. It was a dirty 20 on the roll, so 22 total.
Beautiful. You clear this asteroid field, just blasting the little rocks that are coming in to try and damage the ship or alter the course. There's no impact. It's all clean. That right drift just get you past the big chunk that was coming in towards the hull. And with the sails now back in full action, being unfurled, you jet through and escape the asteroid cluster once again. You can see that now without their navigator, just the other ship is kind of floundering. Someone must have taken control of it, however unprepared. And you can see it just kind of like bouncing from asteroid to asteroid, just being torn apart as they try and follow in your wake. However, on the other side of the asteroid field, you haven't gone unnoticed. Your pilfering from the wreckage has caught the eye of another group of marauders. You see this pink squid-like ship kind of swoop in, and the reavers on board seem to have taken issue with someone getting into the wreckage that they had meant to plunder and taking they don't know what from the wreckage, but something, and they want it too. So this ship is coming in alongside you, and I'm going to have to get you guys to roll initiative for your ship to see if you're able to get a move before they can fire aboard or try and close the distance on you.
Oh.
So
is it just one initiative?
Dr. Carey's going to roll this initiative. If you guys want to just roll your initiatives individually now for your own actions. But this is Dr. Carey's going to roll the initiative for the ship.
This is ship initiative, right?
Yes,
this is just my standard.
You
bonus.
are as your level as a level 3 navigator with a basic helm. You're only adding a +1. But the ship itself has a +2 initiative, so +3 in total is your total as a level 3
navigator. In total.
Yes.
1 because of my skill and 2 because of the ship.
Yes.
All right, here is ship initiative then. I rolled a natural 1. I think I got some of that space junk clogged in the pipes.
The enemy ship has a +4 to their initiative.
I think they're gonna win.
Wow.
Oh.
A natural 1 to a natural 20. All right.
Okay, so the ship is going to be able to fire on you guys with its 1 catapult. The smaller baluster at the moment are still too far. You're at a long range, so they are not within range of using the baluster. Only the bigger mangonels are able to be shot at this distance. And a mangonel, for your guys' information, requires 5 crew members to actually use it, whereas the baluster require 3. Your ship has 10 crew that are available to be sent to either jamming stations or to weapons, but you're going to have to, again, activate them. Each of you can activate them. The activation can either be done very easily as an action, or it can be taken as a bonus action, and the DC will increase for you to activate your crew. But for now, they get the first shot on you guys. Oh,
Ooh, okay.
but they did not account for that Tokyo Drift or Dr. Carey at the helm, and it's a terrible aim. It's just gone really badly. In fact, the shot seems to be heading towards Veena's ship. So at the moment, if we were going to be imagining this just like on a hex map, there are 5 hexes between your ship and the squid ship. You could try and duke this out with them, close in on them, shoot at them, board them, or you can just try to get the hell out of Dodge and leave them in your dust. So that's a choice that you guys are going to have to make now. You can try and escape, or do you want to try and crash into them and board them? Or something else.
Yeah. We just need to get back home, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we have a
Then we
mission.
win. Yeah, then we win the race, which was totally
That's
not
right.
a race.
That's right. It is a yes. That's right. Can we
great.
see like how outmanned are we compared to the Reavers?
You think your ship, if you get it up to full speed, it looks like an older ship. You can probably tell they're probably veterans, but your ship seems to be a little bit flashier than their ship. And you do, now that you have the ghost crew working for you, you could get this hammer ship pumping. So
We'll lose him in the eel field.
I think we could take him, but we could also get away.
in
Yeah,
a fight,
let's get out of here.
in a fight, you're not sure. Someone could make a free one person maybe could try to spot what type of people you're up against here, but I'd let whoever's got the best perception roll try and divine that information if you're going to get into a scrap with them.
I have a +3. But,
Same.
gave me.
I think actually I have a +3 too.
I'm down below though. Right
Okay,
the
so-
second.
Yeah, I feel like Ace is like the lookout, so I'll leave it to him.
So
Okay.
Zamenius, Ace, or
I
Dr.
have a
Carey using
+4.
his kind of ship site would be the option.
Yeah.
I have trash for perception. So
I'll take a look.
Nice.
nice.
If we can take him.
There's something that
But
your
we're
jar is drawn to. It's like it doesn't come from Ace. There's something inside of you, and you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up. This is a Githyanki ship.
I have a weird feeling about this. I know we're faster. I have a weird feeling about fighting these guys. I don't know what it is.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Probably for the best.
Carrie takes no further persuasion.
You want me to attack or stay at the oars?
Okay, so
Attack the oars.
your options are now to try and boost Dr. Carey's speed, or to get the crew activated and helping out, manning guns, shooting at the ship as you try to escape, to try and knock it out of space before it can knock you out of space. So would it be useful for me to quickly go through the options of the operate, the command, or the sail options for you? Or do you want to just look at that from the notes that we mentioned before we began?
Yeah, I'm looking at them now.
Crew action, sail, crew action.
So operate is essentially the weapons, right?
Yes,
Sail
operate
is
That's
Okay.
right. Yes. So your ship at the moment is cruising at a speed of 3.
okay.
that's just like the minimum amount of the crew members that are not going to be able to be used or activated. They're the other ones that just keep things running to a minimum speed. But there are another 4 workstations that could be occupied to get the speed of the ship up to its maximum 7 speed, so it can go a lot faster still than what it's going.
Okay. So, are we in? Should we be going in initiative order here, or are we?
Let's do that. Yeah.
All right, great.
Does that mean I need to roll again with actual initiative?
Yeah.
Right.
Although it's probably more convenient for Dr. Carey to kind of be boosted before you take your turn. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess Carrie could also be like, well, she's gonna ready the action.
Yeah, and I could just ready my action.
Hit the gas.
Right. I could just ready the trigger to be whoever's last in order. I go after that. Like that's my trigger. Is you're done.
Okay.
So I guess I go first. I'm gonna just keep on trying to boost the speed from down below.
Okay.
Unless someone wants me to do something else.
Cool. So DC 10 strength or dex.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
okay.
you have.
Okay, I have Bardic Inspiration. Give me that 11.
What happened, Kabuki? What happened?
Once again, he doesn't realize his own strength, and those oars just almost snap under the pressure as he just, instead of keeping them in rhythm, he just yanks on them one really strong time, and it just bends really, really bad and almost snaps. But luckily, they're magical arcane oars.
Okay. So you almost feel there for a moment that Zomenius's presence, like almost the voice in his head saying, "In rhythm, don't pull so hard there." Big guy.
Easy with it.
That was
okay?
the words. Easy.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will increase the speed by 1. So that's going to get the speed up to 4. Ace.
Torn here. I kind of want to fire on them with the. Can I use a bonus action to order the crew to fire, and then use an action to take
as the captain? You can also increase the DC of the activation if you wanted. Instead of being a 10 activation, you can increase it to 15, and you can try and activate 2 crew members instead as the captain.
Okay, nice. I'm the captain. I'm acting captain.
Oh, sorry. So, sorry, Viz.
That's okay.
My bad.
But
as the you can do it as a bonus action. That will increase the DC as well. Or you can do it as an action as just like a DC 10 to activate the crew.
So I'd like to use my action. I'd like to use the bonus action to order the crew fire, while I use my action to man a station and add to our speed. Okay. If that is possible.
Yes, that is possible.
Okay. Cool. So for the bonus action, I guess I roll a persuasion to tell the crew to fire on that ship, lads. Give them hell. And that's a 16.
That is sufficient as a bonus action, yes.
Okay. Cool.
Very nice.
One of the crew will go to where you want them to go. Where are you sending them?
To our catapult or whatever is in range.
So there was already 2 there that helped you with the last part, right? So the one can replace you and have the baluster working, or do you want to send them to the one of the mangonels to like shoot a further distance?
Well, we wouldn't have enough crew there already, right?
That would be the first person arriving at a mangonel, yeah. So
I guess I would send them to the ballista, and whenever the ship gets in range, have them fire.
Beautiful.
And then I'll run over to a station, and I'm going to try to add to this ship. Let's see, strength or dex? Much better at dex. It's not save, it's... Okay, so 18 dex.
So you're contributing
just,
to the speed as well?
To the speed, yeah. So I'm just like flipping through headings and charts and just trying to, I don't know, maybe I'm spinning some wheels, pulling on things, trying to, just making minute adjustments using my very dexterous hand.
Okay. The ship tightens up in the area that you're spinning those wheels, and things seem to tighten more closely, allowing Dr. Carey again to push the speed of the ship even further. So we're at speed 5 now with the ship.
Oh shit! Okay. So I don't have the. Is that me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So
I think unless Dr. Carey wants to go before you, or you want to prepare an action.
Oh, is it as my spot initiative? Oh yeah. I want to. Yes, I want to give the crew full flexibility to do what they're going to do before I take mine. So yes, I will hold my action until. Well, I guess Estri is down. Yeah.
Okay.
I will hold my action until the last person initiative goes, and then I will go.
Estri is out. Estri is KO.
Yeah, she's just in the tracker. But yeah.
Okay, so in that case,
she just never.
Zominius is going to use his action. He's going to jump up on a crate, and he is going to try and command 2 crews at the same time, and basically say like, "Come on, lads, put your back into it. We have to get away from this other ship and get through that field and get home." And he is going to try and get. He's going to try and persuade 2 crews at once. So DC is 15.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Ooh, very nice. So that's 22.
Right.
So he's going
Where are you
to
sending them?
He's going to send 2 of them, both of them actually, to aid in the maneuver. Is that basically going to help Dr. Carey's role if they both succeed? So lower MC rating by 1 next turn.
That's increasing the maneuverability. So that's going to make it your ship more able to turn. So at the moment you're just going in a straight line. The fastest is a straight line. So the most effective here is just going to be picking up that straight speed, so he can just like.
Okay, so we haven't hit any obstacles yet. Okay, then great. Then both of them are going to. I think at this point they're going to be now working together. Maybe one is hitting, like releasing and catching the astral winds. So one crew is like on the sails, like pulling things and letting the sails move around, catching the wind. So that's going to pick up speed, and then the other is going to go down and join Axel in the row room, and they're all going to jump on the rows as well. So like while he's on one, Axel's on one, 3 of them are going to be on the other one.
Nice. Okay, so boat is now at its maximum speed of 7. Which will bring us to Dr. Carey's turn.
Yeah, just like you said, I want to punch it as fast as possible in the straightest possible path out of here. So I guess I'm making the escape a Wildspace battle action.
Yes. So this is where the speed was very important, because having picked up that speed, you are traveling faster now than the squid ship, which is going to give you a significant advantage, because while they began faster than you, picking up that speed, you're now moving much faster than them, and it gives you a bonus 2 from the difference in speed. You're going 2 faster than the squid ship, so that's an extra 2 to your opposed roll.
Okay.
And
it's an Arcana roll. It's a Navigator tool.
yes, it's going to be.
They're the same for me.
Yes. Basically a Navigator tool. Let's go with a Navigator tool roll.
Okie doke. All right, with a +2, I think I got the setup right. I still have a Bardic Inspiration hanging around somewhere in the background. All right,
Yes,
don't
you
even
do.
need it. Nope, that didn't work.
No!
Did I failed?
It didn't roll. No, we don't
Didn't
see
roll.
anything.
Ugh, what is happening? Why am I not able to do this? Okay, let me try that a different way. I'm just gonna roll. So my bonus should be 5. I got a +2, so that should be +7 total. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No problem.
I'm literally dragging
there we go.
dice.
Ah.
All right, that
Oh.
one worked.
Excellent.
What?
Excellent.
No, but something went.
So
There's an
it's a
extra
19.
+7 in
Plus
there.
12,
Yes, that should be -7. Yes, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But still, that's still a very good roll. So
Okay.
6, 7. Yeah.
19.
Oh, holy shit!
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
So many not once this session.
That,
Yeah, and
yeah.
a lot of them from me. From me.
I did 2 in a row.
Yeah.
I had 2.
You infected me as well. I think the last 3 rolls I've rolled net ones. Okay, well, for each 5 that you beat the score of the opposed check, you're increasing the hex number by 2. So we began at 5. And that was a roll of -7 would put us at 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
19. Right? Because he got +2 from something, right?
oh, okay, so it's
Oh,
plus.
that's right. I
5
should
too
have.
much.
I
So
should
it
have a
been
+7. That's
19.
right. That's right.
So that would
That's
be
right.
Yeah,
14, 9. Okay, so you've increased the distance by 4 hexes, putting you from 5 till 9. And you could
Nice.
now, if you wanted, instead of your next check trying to blast on, you could instead try to hide. You've come into some area that you can take narrative control of that would allow you to dip in and hide the Spelljammer so that the other ship raced past and didn't see you, like the Millennium Falcon kind of going into the mouth of the meteorite that was an eel, something like that.
Right.
Or you can keep the racing on for another round. You only need 1 more hex and you automatically escape distance. So you're just about out of their reach. They're stubbornly going to try and increase their own speed rather than shoot at you guys this round.
Good.
But you're just about to escape, but you can try to hide instead. So that would be a maneuver. So if you wanted to aid a maneuver to hide instead, or you can try to just
Yeah. So I think Carrie sort of sends out her ping, just saying, "What do you think, guys?" And so you guys can, by deciding whether you want to aid hiding or boosting speed, she'll take that as your message of, up on the decks you got a better scene of a better view of what's going on, so you can decide whether hiding or blasting off is the right action.
I think we can get away.
Yeah. Keep pushing the gas, Doctor.
Just go.
Axel's just with the guys downstairs. Roll!
Yeah. Nice.
We can totally leave them in the dust. It's an old ship.
All right, let's go again. Who's at top of the initiative?
okay. So
Me. So
Yep.
unless you're doing the other, you got to do the other one first because they technically had initiative before our vote.
I think I'm not
Yeah,
going
that's
to
true.
require for you guys to, as long as you're like maintaining your position, you're maintaining the speed of that ship. Those crew members that are already there, they're maintaining that speed. So you're going to continue at maximum speed. If you just want to continue doing that, you can, of course, use your actions to activate other crew to get them maybe sent to the guns in case things go wrong, or what do you want to do? So at this stage, maintaining yourself there is very helpful to that. But
Okay.
Yeah. So we're just gonna keep rowing. I guess. I don't know if you want me to do another strength check or a con save because we're just continuing rowing, or just stay there.
just stay there.
Okay.
But you could
Cool.
you could try to activate some of the other crew in some way to have more people available on the deck or to the guns or as a bonus action. So
How many are down here with me? 3.
yes.
I guess as a bonus action, he'll send one of them back up there. We got this. Go up and help if we need it.
Okay.
And he'll send one of them back up.
Okay. All right. Does he have to make a roll, or is it just aces?
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
Charisma check. Yeah.
All right, all my charisma is horrible, so he's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna try to intimidate because that's one I got. Yeah. No.
All right.
We're sticking with you.
Yeah.
I can't fault you. I'm awesome.
You don't work fair enough. That's funny.
All right. Yeah, I would like to try to order some crew to man some more guns.
Okay.
So we've got enough to shoot the ballista. And
The
we have
ballista is fully manned. At the moment, they're not within
Okay.
range, but they have like a prepared action there. Yep.
to shoot when they get in range. So I could send the Megadel.
You could send people to the mangonel. Yep.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah. I'm just gonna say, hey, we got this, man. We need you to cover our ass. Go man the weapons. If they get close, them out of the eye. And that's a 16 persuasion.
Oh yeah. All right. The mangonel
Get
has
him, boys.
one of the crew required. That's the bonus action. So you could go there yourself and be the second person manning it if you wanted.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll
Okay.
say, I'm with you guys. We got this.
Cool. So basically, it takes 2 actions to load, 2 actions to aim, and 1 action to fire. That's why it needs 5 crew. But you could go there and with the 2 of you there, say, "Okay, we've loaded
We could
it."
load.
Yeah, we've loaded.
Yeah, let's load it. Let's load it, dude.
All right.
I don't think we'll need it, but just in case.
Bringing us to Zomenius.
So Zominius is he's not going to command the crew this round. He's just going to let everything, and he's going to run downstairs and lay a hand on Dr. Carey's chitinous shoulder and say, see, Dr. Carey, what does the flame reveal? Feel the path before you, and cast guidance on her.
I really like that. Have inspiration.
Oh, shit, thank you. Thank you. And then I'll put that on Dr. Carey, and that's his turn.
So, yeah.
Did
You're
you
muted.
Did you
Can't hear you with.
I'm sorry. Yes, I am muted. I guess that's my turn. So yeah, I just I'm gonna keep up the speed. And it seems like going straight and fast is the way to go. So she just sort of maintains full pressure.
Your hammerhead is slightly faster than the squid at full speed. So their maximum speed is 6. So even though they have dedicated their turn to raising the speed, you still have an extra +1 on your roll to your navigation skill.
Okay, so that would be, I'm just going to hopefully roll this the more straightforward way here. All right, so this is keeping up the race. Nope, I think I failed it again.
You didn't roll. We didn't see it. So.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I don't
that's you failed.
I don't understand how I'm bad at rolling this die. All right, I got an 11. I still have that bardic inspiration though from
you
way
got
back
guidance.
when. Oh, and I
You
have
got
guidance.
And
Right.
guidance.
Yeah.
Guidance is a D4.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so that's actually
All right.
a 15.
Do you want to pop that bardic inspiration?
Let's pop up these numbers. These are rookie numbers.
Yeah.
Your
D6.
is it D6?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so we're at 15, and there's another 6. All right,
there we
21.
go.
21.
Nice.
Oof.
Wow.
All right. These crafty veterans, being in an inferior ship, they've managed to pump the most out of it and hang on to your tail list. They have not gone back any distance. So if the rolls are within 4 of each other, it's considered a draw, and you just keep the same distance.
Wow. Okay.
But you still have the option to hide. You're still at 9, so hiding is still an option.
And then it's just a
Just
contested
gonna let you
perception
know that
versus not.
That would be the second round. Things might happen as time progresses. So
Yeah, I mean, at this point, are we saying maybe we're getting back to the eel, the eel storm? It's still
no, with the distance is quite strange. Even though it took you a minute to shoot from the eel electrical storm, that was at the speed of thought.
Okay.
And with this ship catching you just as you came out of the asteroid cluster, they're within your range, and they're like interfering with your ability to shoot into hyperspace, because when you're close to an object, to keep you safe, the Spelljammers will move to a more manageable speeds to actually be able to navigate the ship. And whenever you come within distance of like an obstacle, they slow into manageable, flyable change.
Okay, I understand.
Directions.
I see. Damn.
Well,
Well,
I still think we're faster.
yeah, I still think we push it, to be honest.
that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
We have the fastest ship.
Yeah, and we have this. Yeah, speed advantage.
Can we
now.
fire? Can we? Are we able to fire back on them? This.
We're out of. I
round?
think we're all out of range of each
We're in
other
range.
for firing. Yeah.
8 is the distance of long range. So close range is 2 hexes. That means the ballista can fire with no disadvantage. Medium range is 4 hexes, where the ballista can still fire but with disadvantage. And that's medium range for the heavier catapults, the mangonels. And they can go out with disadvantage from 4 hexes to 8 hexes. But 9 is just outside the range of, they can't fire at you, you can't fire at them.
Okay.
Well, that seems good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So keep pushing.
Okay. Yeah.
Keep it.
Keep pushing. Keep
I'm gonna
pushing.
keep pushing.
They can't hit us. I know we can
All right.
lose.
So, Axel, you're maintaining.
Yeah, maintaining. Put your back into it, boys. We got this. And he's maintaining himself as well.
Okay.
I'd
I feel like I.
I'm
sorry.
No, go ahead. I was going to call another person over to me. Maybe it'd be better to send them to help navigate.
I was just thinking if we can't, if we're not in range of actually hitting them, it'd be really nice, instead of, in like cannons, right? Like sometimes you put in the cannonball, but sometimes you put in just like chains or a bunch of nails. It'd be really nice if you could put like, if you could put like, instead of putting just a big ball in the mangonel, if you could put some chaff and we could sort of throw that behind us and get in their way. I don't know what would go
Is
there.
Dr. Carey communicating that?
Of course she is.
As
Can we
Carey,
put something in there? Can we put something in their way?
Slow him down. Yes.
As Carrie imagines that within the illusion, you can see like the loading options like begin to alter and take the form of Dr. Carey's imagination.
Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna try to call some crew over to help me make it so to speak.
Make it so. Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
So-
Oh yeah. Good. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna roll a persuasion here. Yeah, come on, guys, we can slow them down. We'll shoot something in their way. And it's 13.
So as a bonus action, that is just enough. So that is going to have now a third crew member with you, which is enough to aim it because you already loaded it. 2 of you aim it, and 1 be ready to fire, which you could take charge of, for example, the firing. You could get them to aim it, and you could be ready to fire as soon as they came into range. Kabuki, with Axel, now that you've got the oars kind of like pumping, and there's like a couple of crew members down there, you feel like you could just like get one of them to come over, slide in where you are. You've done all the hard work getting it going, and you could probably free yourself up to do something else on board if you wanted to, where you're visible or whatever, taking charge of maybe the other mangonel. but you've kind of done the hard work. If you wanted to leave one of the other lesser sailors in charge, you feel like if you could get them to do that, you could free yourself up to do something else.
Yeah, if I can get them to do that. Yeah, take my place. Take my spot. Worthless hides. I'm going to the top. Sorry.
Oof.
No, we only like it here because you're here. They don't seem to be giving you the kind of respect that you deserve.
All right. Zominius is he's going to keep his hand on Dr. Carey's shoulder and says, "There now, the flame opens the way. Keep true." And cast guidance again. That's his turn. Yeah, that's his turn. I guess I could. He could command someone, but I think he's just gonna focus. He's focusing his energy on the doctor, and that's his turn.
All right.
If you wanted to risk like pushing your ability to use what you've seen in the future of the ashes of the flame, you could take a risk and try and increase that to a D6 instead of a D4 if you wanted to, with maybe some consequence of going back into that, that sketchy area of the visions and the kind of trouble that's caused you in your life.
Yeah.
If that doesn't go
He
well.
will. Okay. He's not going to do that.
Okay.
That's interesting. He'll keep a note of that, but he's not gonna do that right now.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll just keep it regular. But maybe he feels that realm opening. He's like, he shuts that door pretty quickly.
Okay.
All right.
So Carrie flashes back, back to her home planet when the aliens came down, and there was so much terrible things. And then finally, we find this opportunity to steal a ship. And of course, when Carrie and her students steal a ship, the first thing that she does as a responsible driver was open the glove box and find the instruction manual and read the instruction manual. And so she was to think back. I seem to vaguely recall that there's some way that the Spelljammer can pump use spell slots, pump magic into the engines to make it go. Does she happen to remember anything like that when she, of course, carefully when she both carjacked a ship and carefully read the instruction manual as she did it?
I think so. I think she does remember something like that. In all openness, while you're in the illusion, it might be a different reality in a spelljamming ship. But as your will seems to be affecting this illusion to some degree, you're starting to realize that option is currently available to you, but you might have to select between different options at the beginning as you begin to navigate full proper ships that may not respond to your arcane ability so easily in the future. I'll just openly say that now.
Oh,
yes.
Cool.
Yes, you do recall that, and as you feel kind of being able to manipulate this illusion somewhat to your own will as the spelljammer, yes.
Okay, I would like to try that then.
Okay.
Does that involve just literally just saying
what are you investing? What are you investing? Yeah.
Will. Okay, so if I literally cast a ship, so I guess we have. Okay, well, I've got the flaming sphere, so that seems like that's a good way of. Nope.
It's just the what level. It doesn't mean
the level of the spell slot.
Oh, so,
yeah.
So I think that's what she says. I mean, one of her currently biggest power spell is Flaming Sphere. So I think she imagines using second level spell to get this huge ball of fire to get the power of the engine sort of roaring and try to blast. Just no finesse here. Just dump all the energy into it and all the fire.
Speed.
Okay.
Also, this strange man is plying me with fiery magics already.
Yeah. There's shimmering heat kind of around us at this point.
That's going to give you advantage and give them disadvantage.
Wait.
All right.
That seems good enough to me. All right. Well, let me try this roll one more time. How bad can I be? Oops. Oh, there we go.
Oh no, that's right.
It worked that time. Super. 25 on that one.
That's good.
Right.
You feel you leave the range of the ship, and immediately you're free to take it back into that speed of thought velocity, and you're gone. They're
Capacitor engages.
in your dust. The last thing that you see in your rear view mirror is like there seems to be a ripple of like you see Veena's ship kind of like just reaching the side of the squid ship, and they kind of like veer course towards Veena's ship. But you see this ripple of it looks like electricity seems to emerge from the center of Veena's Spelljammer, and then it's gone. You're just out of there.
Huh. Interesting.
Mm.
Okay. Your next thought, you don't even need to worry about the eels, because knowing that they're there this time, you can just
Go around.
exactly go around them this time. You just arrived there and it was too fast to avoid them. But this time, knowing that they're there, they're not even a problem. So within a few minutes, the Spelljammer's slowing down, and you're seeing the towers of the academy, the twinkling lights of the city on the Spelljammer's back, and you've arrived. You've won the race. You're victorious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was never a race, too, of course.
Yeah.
It
It was a race, and we won.
totally.
Axel's like
Not saying
smack in the back of all the crewmen underneath. It was all us, guys. It was all us.
So
Nice work, lads.
as you nimbly dock this vessel, it becomes within moment after moment, becoming more familiar to you. You sense the ripple of the illusion kind of fade, and you see the outline of the ruins of the simulation chamber begin to be visible once again. Instead of standing on the deck, you're kind of now your feet feel like they're back within the simulation chamber. You feel a different solidness around you, and the door of the chamber, you can sense it kind of opens just as that was probably the first notion of something entering the explosion that you first felt was the door opening. And when Boats and Tartar came through, there's that door opens again, and you can see the hulking figure of Tartar coming through the door with Cirith at her shoulder walking in, and all of the ruins around the door ripple with this electric energy, and something instantly feels terribly wrong. And all of a sudden, the runes closest to the door just explode into this forked lightning, this ball of forked lightning that spreads out and is going to ripple out towards each of you. It sends Cirith and Tardo flying, smashing into the walls, just absolutely caught in the blast. But this is going to ripple out and try and catch everybody in the room. So I need each of you to make a dexterity saving throw, and you really want to pass this. 13's the magic number.
Oh my god.
Say that.
All right.
Dexterity saving throw. I can do
Wow.
that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I did not make it with a 9.
Sorry.
Does my danger sense kick in
It
on
does.
this?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
It's a pass. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
You play massive damage rules?
I'm not sure what
Are you
that is.
is that permanently dead?
Quite. Depending on your rule set, it seems like it might be a possibility to me.
Okay. So any
No, yeah, that doesn't kill you.
any
That's not-
previous damage that you had when you come away from the illusion, you're at your maximum hit points. So you've been in this
Okay.
illusion state, which seems to have taken your body into a place that has put you back to whatever your maximum hit point score is. Would that still kill you, your maximum hit point score?
It wouldn't kill him either way, or kill Dr. Carey either way, because massive damage is
It's not double.
0 and then double.
It's a double. Okay, yes.
your
It was
maximum
50%.
health again.
It was kill me in a shot, but only take me 50% towards doubling it. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it used to be? Yeah.
Down.
No, I don't know what it used to be. That's what I'm asking. But yes, no, it does not.
Oh yeah.
It is not. It is not my hit points and my hit points again.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what it would be. That would be
But
instant death.
It's in the
that one
range.
is enough, yeah.
It would be in death saves.
Okay.
But
The rest
but
of you
we-
take half that damage.
Okay.
Okay.
So 14
So,
damage.
14. Cool. If I hailed my 8. Cool.
Ah!
Still.
Dr. Carey seemingly in the helm position draws the worst of the electrical blast to her.
Doctor!
Just gets absolutely torn by this
No!
ray of electricity, and just hits the ground, instantly dying. And that's where we'll leave things.
Oh wow. Oh my god.
Oh,
Bastard!
All right. Well, we said we wanted to get in it, so
Your wish is
Shit.
my command.
All right. So
very nice. Wow, I'm glad we were able to get back
Yeah.
and running.
I'm glad the universe
Yes.
was
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
to us in the end. Thank you, everyone. That's fantastic. Had a blast. And I look forward to maybe seeing you again next Thursday. We'll let everyone know if that's going to be a thing.
yeah.
Okay. So
All
until
right.
next time.
Nice session, everybody.
Good session.
Good
That was great.
Thanks, guys.
That was fun.
Right? Is that the end of the show, or is that the end of us on this call?
That
Uh,
was brutal.